Hey, this is Keith from Outlaw Speed Shop, and today I'm going to go over my Gaslands build. And this one, this is actually my first build specifically for Gaslands. There's just something about the game that anybody who's a car guy has envisioned an apocalypse and what you'd do to cars, what kind of cars would be left, and or watched Mad Max growing up, or even if you're younger, watching the new Mad Max Fury Road. So I've always been, I used to customize hot rods and muscle cars, and I was always more into hacking shit up and making it look cool than I was about finished paint jobs or anything like that. So this style of build I actually prefer over, like restoring red lines or anything like that. So what I did is I took a GTX out of the new Mopar series from Hot Wheels, and then I bought a kit from, I think it was a 4-car pack from Matchbox, and it came with this Mustang, which actually I'm probably going to do something with. I just think it's cool, but I really just wanted the knobby tires. It came with this car, which is what I tore apart for the wheels, which I'll go over in a second. This little, I don't know what the fuck it is, golf cart, and really could care less about this. I may end up taking the roll cage and the seats out of it. This, which has got some good potential for a war rig or a Ram, and then of course this one, which I think would look cool. I don't like, the tires are too small. Usually you want your tires to kind of fill up way past your where the fenders would mount if it had fenders. But other than that, I do like the car. I'm not a fan of the way it's casted here in the front. So anyways, I took the wheels off of this. Originally I was going to take the GTX and I wanted to use these wheels. This is a Hot Wheels Marvel Series Ant-Man car, and what I liked about it is it kind of had the red on the outside of the rims. The tires are really knobby, large, small. I just think it fit perfectly, and I just thought it was the ugliest car in the world, but I really liked the wheels. And I was going to take this car, which is another older Hot Wheels, I'm not even sure what it is. I tore it apart, and I wanted to put the motor on. Okay, because it's got this cool exhaust, and I was going to cut off this little tab here, which allows it to sit on the roof of this car. But that didn't quite work out. So what I ended up doing, and this is what I got so far. So the wheels are off of this, so you notice the orange tint around the outside of the wheels. I haven't done anything with those yet except for mounting them. I took the wheels and I mounted them on the bottom of the chassis, and in order to do that I had to take this 5125 G&S rod. Okay, it's got a hole in it, and I took the wheels off of this. I cut it in half, I stuffed them through, I crimped it, okay, and then I mounted on the bottom of the chassis instead of inside. So that kind of gives it the stance that I'm looking for. And then because I don't have any bits, everything's kind of due in, I think Monday, which is a couple days from now. I didn't have any weapons to put on this. So again, I took the brass rod, and I have two sizes because I'm regular customizing. Sometimes the axles, like on the M2s, are a little larger. So I've got this bigger tube, and this little tube that I use for my axles actually fits inside. So I ended up making a gun. So if you'll notice, I've got larger, smaller, but they do have the holes in it. So it's going to work out really well. Obviously I got to detail this and paint it and do the weathering. I just painted it in hot rod red primer. Now what's cool is for the mesh, what I used is this. If you can see that, it's used in fiberglass. I'm sure you guys already know this, but it's got a nice mesh to it. and that lended itself perfectly. I put it on the inside instead of the outside, which I'm glad I put it on the inside, but it did interfere with the interior when I pushed the interior in because it's such a snug fit, so it kind of became a pain in the ass, but it did work. Then on the driver's side, this is a piece of aluminum I cut from the inside of a Coke can. I painted that, and that'll get a weathering effect for steel. And what else? Okay, this blast guard. This is actual steel. And well, I went to work and I found this piece of rusty, I don't know, I want to say it's maybe 16 gauge sheet metal. And it's already got all this rust on it. And I just thought it was perfect. So I used some tin snips and did that. So that worked out pretty good. So yeah, what I got left is obviously do all the weathering. I gotta weather the tires. Not sure, this was originally yellow. I tried to paint it light so you could see some of the details. You can kind of see the stripe coming down on the GTX. But it's coming out pretty good. Like I said, I got a lot of detailed work to do. It's definitely looking pretty good. I'm excited about the next one because today I went to Walmart and I found this Johnny Lightning Zingers, and just looking at this, it already reeks of, you know, Mad Max, Fury Road, hacked up cars, and the detail on this is pretty amazing. Let me open it up. And get rid of that. So, I mean, this thing is just, it's got the big motor. It's got the pipes that come out the bottom. I mean, it's really got a cool suspension already. The tires look really good. I'm not sure if I would actually change much of this except for to drill out the rivets or the posts and do all the detail work on the body itself and then add a bunch of stuff. As far as weapons go, I'm not 100% sure. I'll see when my weapons kits come in Monday what I want to do and what'll fit, but I mean, this thing just looks freaking awesome. So it was kind of a no-brainer, but that's next up. And like I said, this one hopefully I'll be able to finish up and I'll highlight it on next week's video. But it's looking pretty good for my first one. I mean, there's things I would have changed. I think everybody can kind of say that when they're done a project. And one of the things as part of this series that I'm going to do with this one, I'm making like a Mopar based team, is I have this Hot Wheels Ford Econoline. I'm thinking of actually being able to take this original motor that I found that I was going to use for this and put it on this one. I just think that's going to look freaking awesome. And then I'm going to lift it up probably with these wheels, and I'm going to put a ram on the front, so, and possibly mount some sort of, I might cut a hole right here on the top and have something. I'd like to do rocket launchers, to be honest with you, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see when the stuff comes in and how it all fits. But I stole the wheels of this for a different Hot Wheels custom. That's looking pretty good. So hopefully I'll have some better updates. It's hard during the week for me to video me actually working on the cars because there's just so much going on and I screw up so much. I'd probably have to delete 90% of my footage. So, and the last thing actually, and this is going to kill the purists, I've got this. I got this in a junkyard pile of Red Line Hot Wheels. And this is like an original 68, 69 custom fleet side. And whoever had it just kind of hacked it up. What sucks the most is the interior and the bed cover is mint. I mean, I'm talking mint. But how cool would this be Gaslands style? You know, you already got this back end. If you take the plastic out, it's already gone. So being able to mount something back here, like a rocket launcher or a harpoon, and then lifting this thing up, I mean, a lot of people are going to get pissed. because it is a vintage redline. But somebody hacked the hell out of it. I don't know what they tried to do. I don't know if they, I really don't know. But this thing is going to look fucking awesome. I can't wait to do this one. The roof's a little bent in, so I got to pry that out. Yeah, that'll be up on my list too. So anyways, hope you guys found this somewhat entertaining. I know I tend to ramble a little bit, so in the end, it is what it is. But if you guys did find it interesting, make sure you hit the like button, and if you feel so inclined, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell too, so you'll get notified when I upload. Hopefully I can start uploading twice a week. Right now I'm just doing it on the weekends because the work has been killing me. So anyways, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.